Can we improve school toilet facilities for students, like installing Japanese bidets? Nobody have ever asked me for Japanese bidets yet.
Thank you.
So, Minister, do you know what Ask Me Anything is?
I've done it before. My comms team trained me very well. They get me to try all kinds of different things, one of which is a new skill called Ask Me Anything. My comms team told me that this is something that you must do, so I dutifully went to do this. Who goes for parent-teacher meeting for your kids? You or your wife? Certainly not me. Not because I'm the Minister for Education. Even before I was a Minister for Education, I don't really turn up for parents-teachers meeting because I'm a bit old school. You see, when I was young, my mother would tell me that if ever she needs to turn up in school to see my teacher, I'm in trouble. So I believe that for most of us, if the teacher don't need to call me up, I think my kid is all right, and I don't need to stress the teacher by turning up and ask them about how else my kid need to improve. I think if the teacher needs to see me, the teacher will let me know, but I don't impose upon the teachers to constantly update me on my kids. I expect a relationship whereby if there's a need for us to communicate, we will communicate.
What's your kid's reaction?
My kids are quite chill. My kids are very happy that I don't have to turn up in school to see their teachers. Are you in a parents' WhatsApp group? No, I'm not in a parents' WhatsApp group. I don't think anyone wants me to be in their WhatsApp group. I think they will start another WhatsApp group without me. Parents' WhatsApp groups are the source of a lot of comparison and stress, and we ban it. I mean, don't forget that there are also very positive examples of how parents' WhatsApp groups have been used to support one another, to share information. But I think we all need to realize whether is it WhatsApp group or other social media means, it's not very nice and not very helpful to keep comparing our children against somebody else. We should also be very cautious that as parents, we don't get guilt-tripped into doing things that we think we need to do because our family circumstances might be different. I'm not sure it's possible to ban such things because there will be many other people who will want to form groups that they are comfortable with, and then they will form their own group. So I don't think this is something that MOE will get ourselves involved in. How will students learn to cope with the stress of exam situations without mid-year exams? Well, actually, any exams will have a certain amount of stress. The important thing is to see the exams in the correct perspective. What are exams for? Exams are really milestones for us to know ourselves better so that we can help the student better. If we don't get the perspective right, it doesn't matter what kind of exams we have, mid-year or final year, whether it's PSLE or school exams, there will be unhealthy stress associated with exams. One of the very important things that we must always remember is that it doesn't mean that when a child faces some stress, then we must remove it. Actually, that's not our goal. If a child is being confronted with some stress, our job is to see how we can help them to overcome that stress so that as they grow older, they are much more confident in handling the stress that will inevitably come their way. Can we update the school uniform and allow girls to wear pants? Wearing pants doesn't mean reflections of gender. Comfort is key. Well, the simple answer is that I don't decide on school uniforms. The school decides on their respective school uniform.
Then how come all the schools now for girls is to wear skirts?
Well, I don't know. I haven't asked them yet. I'd rather not ask them because if I ask them, then they think that I am trying to make a decision for them, right? So I'd rather not ask leading questions. What is the one most important advice you will give the person taking over? Take care of the teachers will take care of the kids. I have this simple formula that I used to joke with my MOE colleagues. One minister take care of 400 principals, 400 principals take care of 40,000 teachers, 40,000 teachers take care of 500,000 children. make sure that we continue to respect the teaching profession. I've seen and I've discussed this with many of my counterparts in overseas. Many of them do well for maybe their PSLE scores and their accomplishments, and some of them have not done so well recently. And without fail, when you ask them what is the key factor, it is the respect for the teaching profession. Once a society loses the respect for the teaching profession, we can't get good people to come and join us, good people with the right value system, with the right competencies, then no amount of good education policies can be executed for the benefit of our children. Can we improve school toilet facilities for students, like installing Japanese bidets? Nobody have ever asked me for Japanese bidets yet. They have asked me for sensors to trigger the light, to trigger the tap button and the flush button. I visited so many schools, but nobody have made this very specific suggestion. I always tell the school that, and the children, that I'll allocate a budget for you, you decide and you agree amongst yourself, because different people have different priorities. And I wanted this to be an exercise for them to find consensus amongst themselves and to take into account different people's aspirations and needs. If you could choose one superpower, what would it be? Well, that is to better understand the future, what the kind of environment will be, so that we can better think of the plans and programs that we can put in place to prepare our students for the future. If I can have a second power, what would it be? I hope that I will be able to help my children realize their potential by understanding their strengths and weaknesses. I don't want them to fulfill my aspirations for them. I want them to fulfill their aspirations for themselves. And if they want to fulfill their aspirations for themselves, they must understand their strengths and weaknesses.
So how do you think it went overall?
I don't know, you need to tell me whether you're happy with my answers.
Today is the most crucial day for a 12-year-old living in Singapore.
This is the day that you've been waiting for. So we will release the results now.